sorry for what your daddy passed down to you. But I wanted a child, the greatest gift of my life.
I'm visiting my mother tomorrow.
Hi, Carrot. It's Mom.
The footage you just saw is from Ari Aster's divisive third feature film titled Beau is Afraid. The movie takes the viewer through every emotion possible, so it's fitting that Aster described the film as his nightmare comedy. The movie's main character Beau embarks on a convoluted mess of a journey to visit his mother Mona. But for as hefty as the 3-hour odyssey is, it spoils itself in just the first 20 minutes. But before we continue, obvious spoiler warning pertaining to the footage ahead. Beau is Afraid, similarly to Aster's other works, ends leaving the viewer absolutely distraught. It's the kind of movie you can't stomach to watch again. However, in the same token, it's exhilarating the first time you see it. The movie doesn't let you take your eyes off of it because that much happens in any given sequence. The world of Beau is Afraid is absolutely massive. Hundreds, if not thousands, of extras were casted. Props and sets were made with incredible attention to detail, and it's clear to see that these were Aster's clues to his viewers, but perhaps it means something more. But before we get into the beginning, let's talk about the ending of the film. Beau is on trial for what we can only describe as being a bad son, and it's here that he's condemned to his death by his own mother. Charming, right? One of the pieces of evidence against him is CCTV footage of Beau getting lost in a mall when he was only 9. His mother's lawyer tries to frame this footage in a way that makes Beau look malicious, because she did end up hurting herself looking for him, but in reality, only after seeing how distressed his mom was did he hide, out of fear of getting punished. As heartbreaking as this final sequence is, it's been seen twice before in the same movie. Less than 10 minutes into the film, a boy is seen playing with a toy motorboat eerily similar to the one that Beau dies on. It's only after the boy's mother angrily pulls him aside for wandering off that the boat flips over, drowning the figurine riding it. This is an exact reiteration of the ending sequence, but also the control that Mona has on Beau's fate. But this isn't the only time we see into the future, because the movie reveals its ending halfway through. In the unofficial second act of the film, a TV in the house Beau's temporarily staying at starts playing the rest of the movie on fast forward. We quite literally see the rest of his journey up until the trial. Another detail which can be easy to overlook is this symbol. Included in the trailer and opening credits of the film, it's obvious that whichever company this is was crucial to the film's production. It's strange because this just so happens to be Mona's company. It's littered throughout the film on TV dinners, convenience stores, and most obviously in her home office. This single prop is a clear symbol of the power she has over Beau's life. The events of the film were always orchestrated by her. She's an industry titan, but she's also an emotionally abusive mother who can't stand that her son has a separate life. An example of her wrath can be seen in this phone call sequence.
I'm sorry about your case, sweetheart. I have to go.
No, you don't have to go.
I hope you find them.
Wait, come on, let's fix this. Let's fix this. Hello?
Beau explains that he cannot make it home because his keys and suitcase were stolen from his door. Mona hangs up, not buying it, and like clockwork, the once silent setting erupts into screams. Mona is orchestrating an impossible world for Beau to be in independently because she needs him to rely on her. So why did Ari Aster spoil his own movie through props and setting? Well, honestly, because it makes for a heartbreaking story. A woman who was shown no love from her mother makes a mogul out of herself and attempts to be the caring mom she longed for. But as soon as that love isn't reciprocated, she panics and has to surveillance and orchestrate the life of her son. The movie spoils itself because Mona desperately wanted for her son to figure it out before it was too late. These breadcrumb moments throughout the behemoth of a film are clues for Beau himself to find, so that maybe he won't meet his inevitable fate.